Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and start off on your hands and knees in a tabletop position. So tabletop is the most basic position that there is. You really just want your wrists underneath the shoulders. You want to look like a table. You want to be completely aligned. Everything is making 90-degree angles. Then we're gonna inhale for cat. We're gonna arch our spine. We're gonna exhale for cat. I'm sorry. We're gonna arch our spine and tuck our chin. Then on the inhale, we're gonna look up and drop our spine to the floor for cow. You can pull the stomach muscles up towards the chin. This will solidify the low back. Exhale, arch the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, look up, drop the back. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. From here, we're going to come into our thread the needle back in our tabletop position. You're going to inhale the right arm up overhead, reaching towards the sky. The gaze always goes towards those fingertips. And from here, you're going to take this right hand and thread it under the left arm. Let me come this way. You're going to thread it under the left arm, just like this. And you're going to rest on the right side of your head. You don't want to be on your ear. You want to be resting directly on your head. From here, you're going to use this left palm, push it into the floor to twist you further open. Take a deep breath in. Then on the exhale, lift up that left arm in the air. And feel free to wrap it around to grip the right hip. Opening up to the left shoulder, feeling a stretch in your upper back. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, bring that left hand back down. Then push yourself to regular tabletop position. Take a deep breath in. A long exhale, sweep that left arm up in the air. Reaching up towards the sky, eyes gazing at the fingertips. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, swing it under the right arm, coming to the left side of your head. Use your right arm to push yourself open more, further the stretch. Then inhale the right hands up in the air. And feel free to reach around and grab towards the left hip. Pushing that right shoulder back. Concentrating on the stretching of the upper back. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. And slowly release the right palm, lifting yourself up to regular tabletop position. From here, you're going to tuck the toes and pull back into our down dog position. There's a couple important things you want to know about this. You want to have your fingertips spread apart and gripping into the mat. Go ahead and look up towards those fingertips. Can you see the white underneath your nails? That's what you're going to be able to see. So the action here is really pushing down our heels towards the ground. It's not important to get the heels to touch the ground. The important thing is to feel the stretch in the calves and the hamstrings. This pose will also pull your back down naturally. So what you want to do is recreate the normal lumbar curve that this pose is taking away. The lumbar curve is the lower part of your spine. In order to do this, you're going to imagine that there's a mirror on the ceiling and you want to see your butt in that mirror. So you're slowly going to shift your pelvis up towards the ceiling so you can see your butt better. Just go ahead and watch my pelvis move this time. Just like that. Continuing to push your heels to the ground, you're recreating the lower lumbar curve. You might not be able to do this at first. Don't worry. You're pushing your chest back towards your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Then drop down to your knees on the exhale and pull back into child's pose. Child's pose is always here throughout your practice. Whenever you need to rest, feel free to pause the video, hang out in child's pose, or just miss a couple poses. Whatever you do, if you do it on one side, you do it on the other. So if you're in your child's pose, there's two ways you can do this pose. Well, there's a couple of variations. But what I recommend, I think would be the most comfortable typically, is to keep your knees apart and have your chest fall in between the knees and extend your arms out in front of you. You can, if your heart is racing, you bring your arms back behind you, like this. That will lower the heart rate. You can also bring your knees together, like what I was just doing. So there's a couple options here. If you want to stretch out the lower back, reach your fingers forward and really pull, loosening up all those vertebrae. You're going to rest your forehead on the mat. Take a deep breath in and then come back up to tabletop position. Then pull back to down dog. Slowly walk the feet up between the hands and dangle here in a forward fold. A couple of things to note about the forward fold is that oftentimes we tend to keep our weight in our heels. You want to lean forward so that the weight is equally distributed in the feet. You're going to grab opposite elbows here. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale and dangle. Allow yourself to fall forward using the weight of your body. Remember, keeping the weight out of the heels. Allow the torso to pull you further down. Then release the palms, and on the inhale, slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time. Bending the knees, the head and neck will come last. Utilize those glutes all the way up. Roll the shoulders back, exhale. From here, we're going to work our way into Sun Salutation A. This is the basis of Vinyasa Flow Yoga, the kind of yoga I practice. And I'm going to break it down step by step. So you're going to inhale your arms up overhead. Then you're going to exhale, forward fold with a nice straight flat back. All the way down till it curves. Coming into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Place the hands around the knee area, coming into a flat back. You don't want to actually be pushing onto your legs. This is just so you know how far to come up. Really using those spinal muscles. Exhale, back down, this time a little bit further, keeping the weight out of the heels and evenly distributed in the feet. Bend the knees, plant the hands, and then step it back to a plank pose. In plank, you want your body to be flat, and you want your shoulders and wrists to be directly in line. From here, we're going to move our way into Chaturanga, but I'm going to give you a modified version so that you are able to do it and build up the strength for the full Chaturanga. So you're going to drop directly down to your knees. Notice how my knees are not at a 90-degree angle, because you do not want that. You're going to take your knees, drop directly down to where they are. Then you're going to shift the wrists back underneath the shoulders. From here, you're still keeping an angle in those legs. You're going to lean forward and come down at a 90-degree angle with your arms. What's important about this pose is that you're keeping the elbows in to the side. Then you're going to totally release down to the floor. And then inhale up to Cobra. So I'm just going to go over that one more time. You can hang out in Cobra or just watch the screen. But you want to come into a plank position. You're going to drop directly down to your knees, keeping that angle. You're going to shift your wrist back. You're going to move the weight forward and come down 90-degree angle with the arms. Elbows are hugging into the rib cage. All the way down. Then push up to Cobra. In Cobra, you want to bring those shoulders down away from the ears. The scapula is hugging towards the back. This bone right here is the scapula. You're going to hug the scapula into the spine and give a slight bend in those elbows. So this is like a nice bicep workout. Pull the abs up towards the face. Feel this stretch out your core. Allow your low back to relax. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, tuck the toes and pull it back to down dog. From here, you're going to walk the dog, bending the opposite knee and pushing down. So bend the right knee and push the left heel down towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch the floor. Never worry about that. Remember, the shoulders are pulling away from the ears. If your shoulders ever rise up to your ears in yoga, you're doing something wrong. Now bend the left knee and push the right foot down towards the floor. Just like this. Take a deep breath in. Continue doing that. Firm the low belly. Beautiful job. Then relax into normal down dog. Look up towards your heels. Bend at the knees and step or hop your feet in between your hands. I'm just going to step for now. Now we're coming into our forward fold. We're going to half lift automatically, using that back, using the spine, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. As usual, everything is activated in yoga. Everything is activated. Exhale, back down. Keep the weight out of the heels. Allow your head and neck to relax. Swing your head around if you need to. And then inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms swing out to the side till the palms reach up at the top to complete the inhale. Exhale, palms to heart center. So that's just your basic sun salutation. I'm just going to make sure everything is going okay with the video. And then I'll record another video for the rest of the session. Okay. So we're just going to come and finish up the rest of the class. We're going to start off doing a sun salutation a lot quicker than we were just doing it. Before we broke it down, if you need to do that one more time, go ahead and watch the video again. But for right now, I'm just going to go through a quick sun salutation and then move into some other poses. So you're going to inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward the flat back. Coming into your forward fold, lean the weight forward. Inhale up, half lift. Use those spinal muscles. Exhale, back down. Bend the knees, plant the hands. Step or hop it back to plank pose. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, drop down to the knees, keeping that angle. Shift the wrist back. Take another deep breath in. Lean the weight forward. Exhale down. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Beautiful job. Bend at the elbows. Open up that cobra. Tuck the toes. Pull back to down dog. Great job. From here, we're going to move on to some other poses. We're going to inhale the right leg. Bring the right leg down. We're going to start with the left leg so you can see me well. Inhale the left leg up in the air for three-legged dog. On the exhale, you're going to swing it forward in between your hands. Doesn't matter if it doesn't get there. If it comes halfway, take your wrist, take your hand, and then move it forward. You want your knee aligned over your ankle at a 90-degree angle, just like this. If you have trouble balancing because we're going to raise up in the air, I always recommend to take the back leg out to the outer edge of the mat. So we're going to take that right leg and hop it out to the right edge of the mat. From here, we're going to inhale up, coming into a high lunge. We're shifting the pelvis forward, keeping the arms up in the air, the shoulders down away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to drop this back foot all the way at a 90-degree angle out to the side. Plant it down. The arms come out to the side. We're coming into Warrior Two. The important thing to remember in Warrior Two is that you want the front heel aligned with the back arch of the foot. So you want a direct trajectory. Keep the arms out to the side, the gaze towards the front fingertips. Bend deeply into that front knee, 90-degree angle. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, flip the front palm and bring the right hand down the back leg and inhale up the left arm to the air, reaching back towards the back of the room. This is reverse warrior. Inhale, come back into normal warrior. Then from here, we're going to take our left hand, our left forearm, and rest it on the leg. Then inhale the right palm up overhead, pushing the shoulder away from the ear. So you don't really want to be resting all of your weight into your arm. Your legs are being used for that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come into normal warrior. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back to normal warrior. Exhale, extended warrior. Beautiful job. Coming back to normal warrior. We're going to move back into that high lunge, shifting the foot forward. Then exhale, palms to the floor and step it back for plank. From here, we're just going to pull it directly back to down dog. And we're going to do everything on the other side. Inhale that right leg up overhead. Exhale, swing it forward. Bringing the knee over the ankle at a 90-degree angle. Hop the left foot out to the outer edge of the mat. Inhale the arms up overhead. Pushing that pelvis forward. Fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades are pushing down the back, away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. Then drop that back foot 90-degree angle. Align that front heel with the back mid-arch. Extend the palms out to the side. Take a deep breath in. Lunge deep. Make sure the knee is right over that ankle. Then flip the front palm and exhale back, reverse warrior. Left arm goes down the back leg. Right arm reaches up overhead. Great job. Coming back to normal warrior. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, bring the right forearm down to the side. The left arm reaches up overhead. Pushing the shoulders away from the ear. Everything is active. Inhale back up to normal warrior. Exhale, flip the front palm, coming to reverse warrior. When you come into reverse warrior, make sure you don't pull that knee back. It is still bent, 90-degree angle. Normal warrior, deep breath in. Exhale, extended warrior. Shoulders moving away from the ears. Inhale, back up. Then on the exhale, we're going to shift back into our high lunge. The heel should be off the ground. Then place our hands back down to the floor. Step it back, plank. Then drop down into your child's pose. Forehead's coming to the mat here. Take a quick breather. Hopefully you should feel that in your quads. Right here, you want to be working hard and lunging deep. Taking your time with the pose and strengthening your muscles. From here, we're going to pull back once again to down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, firm the low belly. Inhale that right foot up in the air. Let's start again with the left. Inhale that left foot up in the air. Swing it forward, high lunge. Once again, if the foot doesn't make it all the way, take that palm, bring it forward, 90-degree angle. Step out the back foot to the outer edge of the mat. Inhale up, coming into that high lunge. Drop the back foot as if we're going into warrior two. Remember this important alignment. The front heel is aligned with the back arch. So right when I come here from high lunge, I'm not only dropping my foot, pivoting it out to the side, my foot is flat on the ground. I'm not only doing that, but I'm hopping it back, so it's automatically in line. Beautiful job. Take a deep breath in. Look towards those front fingertips. Then straighten out the front knee. From here, we're going to slowly wiggle in the back foot just about an inch. And then move our right hip towards the back of the room. So you want to have that sassy hip pop. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, lean everything forward as if someone is pulling your fingertips. And then drop down. You're simply shifting the torso. So notice how I'm not holding on to anything right now. The weight is supported in your legs and in your abs. From here, you can rest the palm on the leg. Wherever is comfortable, you can come down deep. Or right here on your shin is fine. Then you're going to really try to open up to the chest, pulling that right shoulder back and looking, the gaze is going to look towards those right fingertips. Now, oftentimes, the left shoulder is going to go up to your ear. Don't allow that to happen. Push it down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back up. Beautiful job. That's triangle pose. From here, you're going to shift that left foot so it's facing towards this side of the room. Both feet are facing to you right now. Arms are out to the side. But then we're going to bring them back and we're going to clasp them together just like this. Then we're going to pull our shoulders down, back together. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Allow the arms to fall overhead, but not too far. Hola. Sí, todo bien. Okay, sorry about that. The owner of this apartment just called and I had to answer that. Okay, so we're at a wide leg forward fold. So something that I didn't mention before is that you don't want your feet splayed out to the side for this pose. You want to bring your toes in so that the outer line of your foot is a perfect line. So you kind of have to tuck them in a little bit more than feels natural. Because remember, you want the outer line of the foot to be a perfect line. We're bringing those palms back behind us, clasping them, bending over, exhaling down, allowing the arms to fold forward. So you've probably been doing this for a couple seconds now. You're going to inhale back up. And then from here, we're going to allow our feet to go out at an angle. Coming to star pose, bringing the arms up. We're going to flip the palms to face the ceiling. And then drop the arms down to make a cool little angle like this. Bend the knees, coming into goddess pose. So our knees right now is over our ankles. If you want, you can walk your feet out a little bit more. Come down a little deeper. So the important part of this pose is to push your knees back, push the pelvis forward, come up straight and tall, and drop low. So basically everything is contradicting each other. And this pose hurts, this pose sucks, but this pose is so good for those inner thighs. Definitely going to give you strength. Activate those arm muscles. Take a deep breath in. Count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Drop a little lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Inhale up. From here, we're going to slowly walk those feet together. Bring our palms to the heart center. And then squat it down. Pushing those elbows into the knees. Open up those thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly rise up in the air, forward fold. Beautiful job. So now we're going to do that on the other side. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step it straight back into down dog. From here, we're going to inhale that right leg up in the air. Then swing it forward, coming into our high lunge. Knees right over that ankle, 90-degree angle. Back foot, we're going to hop it out to the left side of the mat, giving us a wider stance. Inhale up, coming into that strong high lunge, shoulders down away from the ears. Hips pushing forward. We're going to drop down to that back foot, pivoting out, making sure that front heel is aligned with the back arch. Warrior two. Take a deep breath in. Then straighten out that front knee. Slowly wobble in that back foot and intra two. Give me that sassy hip, poking out the left hip to the back side of the room. Inhale, deep breath in. Reach with those arms forward, keeping the torso where it is. Then drop that palm down. Palm is dropping down to your shin. Shoulders are always pulling away from the ears. Opening up towards the ceiling. Really using that left shoulder and moving it open so that your chest is exposed to the ceiling. Gaze towards those fingertips. Now we are in full triangle pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come up. Beautiful job. From here, we're going to straighten out both feet to face this side of the room. We're going to clasp our palms together. Forward fold on the exhale. Bring those arms up overhead. Sorry, looking at my butt. Inhale, rise back up. Bring both feet splayed out to the side slightly. Arms come up. And then slightly bend those elbows. Drop it back down to the goddess pose. Knees are coming apart. Butt is tucked in. Torso is tall. Glutes are activated. Biceps activated. Deep breath in. 10, 9, 8. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, inhale, drop it down, 4, 3, 2, exhale, 1, straighten up. Slowly bring those feet together a little bit more. We're gonna come back into our squat, bring the palms together, and hop it down. So the width of your feet really depends on what you're comfortable with. Everyone has a different knee situation, so if this isn't comfortable for your knee, you can move around, adjust, find whatever works for you. It could be, your feet could be closer, your feet could be farther apart, whatever works. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, slowly allow yourself to plop down onto the butt. Extend the feet out in front of us. Our arms up overhead, strong inhale, strong core, strong spine. Shoulders pulling down away from the ears. Exhale. One more deep inhale. Feet are pointed towards the ceiling, flexed. Exhale towards those feet. Wherever you reach to is just fine. It's not about a destination. It's about the sensation you feel along the journey. So allow yourself to relax here. You can drop the head, drop the neck. On each inhale, you're going to rise up just slightly, a couple centimeters. And then on the exhale, try to fall even further. If you can reach towards the feet and you can grab them, feel free to use those feet to pull you deeper. Always being mindful of the low back and how that feels. Beautiful job. From here, you're going to come into bound angle pose. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. And it doesn't really matter how close your feet are towards your pelvis. So they can be super close, or they can be a little bit farther away. It really is a different stretch. It's utilizing a different muscle. So whatever feels good, whatever it feels like it needs to be stretched, go ahead and just place your feet wherever it feels right. Then grab the ankles, take a deep breath in, straighten up the spine, utilizing the core, utilizing the spine muscles. And then exhale, drop down forward. If this isn't a deep enough stretch, use those elbows and push your thighs down even more. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly rise up. From here, things are going to be a little bit quirky. This next one is cow's head pose, and it's a little bit strange. I personally hate this pose, but it is so good for you. It stretches out your hips, and my hips are really tight, and that can cause a lot of other problems in the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the right leg. First, lift up the left one, just like this. Then we're going to take that right leg, and we're going to reach it under the left, and reach it towards that left hip. Trying to get 360 view. Reach it over. Tuck it in towards that left hip. You're basically sitting on the heel, is what I'm doing. I'm sitting on the heel. So now with the left leg, you want to take it over and wrap it around towards your right hip. So the knees are supposed to be on top of one another, just relatively like this. So my foot almost reaches all the way to my hip, but there's still a little space because my hips are so tight. So if your feet can reach all the way around super easily, and this is really, really easy for you, then I suggest, to make the pose a little bit deeper, a little bit more difficult, that you bring the feet out to the side a little bit more. The closer they're tucked in towards your hips, the more easy the pose will be. So if you want it to be more difficult, move the feet away. Based on the pigeon that you did earlier with me when we were together, I think this will be enough. So you can hang out here, take a couple of deep, deep breaths. Also, if you want to relax a little bit more into the pose, relax the torso, that's fine. You can fold This will probably feel a little bit deeper for you, and if it does, you can come out of it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Remembering that for hip stretchers, you want to hold these poses a little bit longer. It's a really deep muscle and it's difficult to stretch out. So it takes time, and it takes time for your body to relax and really stretch out all the tissues. Beautiful job. Take another deep breath in. And then on the exhale, release the feet, bringing both soles together, coming into bound angle, grabbing the ankles. Inhaling up, straight spine. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful job. Inhale, back up. Bring the knees up together. Then from here, we're going to take that left leg, move it under the right, swinging it over towards the right hip. And just like before, we're going to take that right leg and swing it over towards the left hip. We're aligning the knees. Now, one side is going to feel better than the other. One side is going to be easier. For me, this is my worst side. So it's a lot harder for me to get my feet even near my hips with this right foot because my right hip is so tight. So you want to feel a stretch here in your right hip. And the longer you hold it, the better, like I was saying before. And don't worry about one side being tighter or not. In order to even things out, it's best to hold whichever side is tight longer, which I already discussed with you. So just take a couple of deep breaths here. If this is your tighter side or if this is your looser side, and that will judge how long you should hold this pose. If you did a forward fold in this pose on the other side, go ahead and even it out and do it on this side as well. Then from here, take a deep breath in, rising up if you're folded, and then exhale, legs out in front of you. Inhale, the arms up overhead, straight spine, strong core. Move those shoulders down your back. And then exhale, reach forward. Beautiful job. Inhale, back up. So we've been doing a lot of forward folding, a lot of opening, giving space to the lower vertebrae. And now we want to reverse that and compress the lower vertebrae to keep an equal balance and an equilibrium in the body. So the next couple poses are going to be lower vertebrae compression. It's good for you, I promise. But if you ever have any sharp pains or odd burning sensations, that is not good. So you want to feel a dull stretching, a dull compression. Any sharp pains, that's a red flag. You might be pinching a nerve. You can come out of it, relax. So from here, we're going to drop down onto our forearms. We're going to point our toes towards the ground. They're not going to touch, or at least mine don't, and that's totally fine. Then we're going to inhale our spine up towards the ceiling and drop the head. If this hurts the neck, you can keep the gaze forward. But the most action is coming from our stomach and our back. We want to be pushing up our stomach towards the ceiling, pushing up our back towards the ceiling, making a concave shape. Relaxing the forearms on the ground. I just want to show you my back. Take a deep breath in. Push up with that chest. Really feel the chest open up. The oxygen filling up the chest. Exhale. Slowly rise up into those palms. Beautiful job. Then from here, we're going to come into reverse tabletop. So we're going to put the soles of our feet on the ground, and we're going to bring those fingers facing forward towards the butt. From here, we're going to come into our tabletop position, but reverse, like I was saying, and we're going to lift up the hips off the floor, into the air. So we're creating a straight, flat line. You're going to push away the shoulders, use the core, use the thighs. Feel free to drop the head back, opening up your chest towards the ceiling. Using the strength of your low back to pull up, up, up even more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, one more deep breath in. Then exhale, slowly lower down. Beautiful job. From here, I want to come into a camel pose, which is a deeper stretch. This oftentimes can create some nausea or dizziness in this pose. So if that happens to you, just come out of it and don't worry. It might not happen to you for a month, then you might get it. It's never happened to me personally, but it is known sometimes to throw you into a little bit of vertigo state. If that happens, totally normal. Just come down into child's pose, relax. It's a really good pose for you, so don't avoid it. And just go ahead and give it a try. So we're coming onto our knees, and I know that it hurts you to come onto your knees, so I'll just be quick about this. But you want to tuck the back toes, so your heels are coming up high off the floor. And if this pose hurts you, if you cannot put the pressure on, you can't hang out like this, even with a pillow underneath or anything like that, then you don't have to do it. We can come up with a couple other poses that'll compress your low back. But just bear with me, watch me for a second, and then go ahead and give it a try. So you're tucking the back toes, the heels are coming up off the floor. This is going to make it a higher platform because I'm going to reach my arms up and back and grab towards those heels and just rest on my heels. And if you want, you can drop the bottom of the feet to the floor and grab the heels there. But this gives me a higher platform so the back, the deep compression in my back, isn't so deep as it would be. So you're going to inhale, palms up overhead. Then exhale, bring yourself back just a little bit. Deepening the back stretch. Then you're going to bring those palms to the lower spine. And allow yourself to stretch further back. If you don't want to drop your head, you don't have to. From here, if this feels good, you're going to drop one arm, one hand at a time, to the heel. Push open the chest forward, drop the head if you want, if it feels good. Push, 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 push the pelvis forward. Take a deep breath in. With exhale, slowly rise up and come down to a tabletop and then a child's. When you're in your child's pose, you're going to reach the fingers up towards the wall, stretch out the low vertebrae once again. Now I hope that pose felt good. If it didn't, if it was irritating your knees, don't do it. Just go ahead and write me if it worked for you or not. Then from here, you're going to lay down on your stomach. Bring your hands out to the side in a T. We're coming to a deep shoulder stretch. You're going to place the left palm on the floor next to your armpit. The right arm is still extended. Then from here, you're going to push the left palm into the ground and allow your body to slowly roll over the right arm. From here, you're going to use that left leg as a kickstand, place it down on the ground. And if you feel comfortable, you can lift up that left arm in the air or drop it back towards the right arm. Just if this feels good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back down. Both arms come out in a T. Bring that right palm towards the armpit. Then push the right palm into the ground, allowing your body to roll over the left arm. Use the right leg as a kickstand. Inhale the right arm up overhead if it feels good. And drop it back if you would like. Allowing it to just hang out here in the air. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll back over. From here, we're going to do a super quick back bend. We're going to reach up the back feet towards your butt. Then we're going to take our palms and wrap around the inside of our feet. So you don't want to grab the outside. You want to grab to where your big toe is. Then you're going to flex the feet into the hands and push the feet into the hands. Notice how this kind of pulls your body up a little bit. So you're going to bring the knees a little bit together and then use all of your might, all of your quadriceps, all of your leg muscles. You're going to use all those muscles to push your feet away from your hands to the opposite wall, bringing you up off the floor. The chest is lifting up. Use that core to lift up the chest. Push the feet back. Kick back, kick back, kick back. Take a deep breath in. And then relax, bring it down. Beautiful job. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, roll over into your back. From here, you're going to inhale both feet up in the air, legs up the wall. Then you're going to reach your knees down to your side and reach up with those peace fingers and grasp those two big toes. Pull the knees down to your side, down to the floor. You want them to be spread apart as wide as they can go. The soles of your feet need to be facing that ceiling, because I know that you tend to move your foot in like this. The soles of your feet straight up towards that ceiling. Knees far apart. Arms pulling the knees down towards the floor. Relax the head and neck. I just have it up so that I can look at you. If you want, you can stretch out one leg at a time, like I was doing with you. You can bring both legs together and then slowly lower the feet down. Bring the knees into the chest. Grab them. Roll back and forth. Massage yourself up and down, whatever feels good. Massaging that low back. Beautiful job. Tuck in the chin towards the knee in a little ball. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the legs, release the arms. Coming into Shavasana. Shavasana is the most important pose of all of yoga. As you're laying here, you should be laying, I'm not laying, I'm finding a song for you. As you're laying here, I want you to completely relax your body and your mind. Close your eyes, take a second, just for you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Begin to relax the body from the toes to the heel. Feel your shins and your calves relax. Your knees are relaxed. Quadriceps and the hamstrings release tension. The pelvis sinks deep into the floor. The abdominals and the back relax. The shoulders relax. All of the muscles of your arms down to your fingertips completely release tension. Your throat and your neck relax. All the muscles of your face completely relax. The tongue drifts away from the top of the mouth. Scalp, forehead, everything is at rest. The mind is only concentrated on each breath. Take a deep breath in. Slowly begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Extend the right arm up overhead and then roll over to the right side of the body. Placing the cheek on your forearm, on your bicep inside. Put the left palm on the ground and push yourself up to regular seated position. Hands come to heart center. Take a deep breath in, arms up overhead. Exhale back to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. And if you want, you can send me a video of what you do, or you can write me or anything if you have any questions and anything you want to work on specifically. I'd be more than happy to help. All right, hope this is a good practice.